Video on AMC. Like the title says, I have proof that the market has been rigged for a while. And the mainstream media has talked about this and has pointed out a lot of things. And even the FBI even talked about and investigated this back in 2010. Crazy, huh? 2010, they've even talked about this. Before I forget, if you like this video, definitely thumbs up, subscribe, and share. And if you had bought AMC shares on Friday, you were in that movement, definitely put down in the comments you have bought shares and you're definitely going to buy more shares. I bought shares, you can see 128 shares, and I even bought even more shares, 3 more shares at the end of Friday at 3 o'clock around, or 3:15, around there. Before I forget too, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Educational, definitely. Hopefully educational. So, I had to show you that because I just want to prove I am definitely an ape. I have been holding a lot of shares, and I have been buying more shares. And a lot of other people, a lot of other YouTubers have been going out there and saying that I don't know if they even have any shares. Matt Kohrs, I know I was questioning on that. He has came out and said he has shares, or a share, onto public. You can see that he's holding AMC into his portfolio. All I see in there is really, it just shows that he's holding a share. It doesn't really mean how many shares. He could just have one share, or he could have multiple shares. So that said, I just have to clarify that too with the Matt course, everyone talking about him. Well, let's get into the video, and I'm going to go over what I'm expecting to see and what I have to show you on this whole thing too. It's going to be a long video, sorry, and just giving you a warning. So I always keep on clicking in that one. The volume, and this is an indicator that I have. These right here are indications that there is a lot of money, there's pressure onto the stock on moving it up. There's tons of pressure moving it up. There's a lot of buy orders that have been in the background moving it up. And I have to show you how it works a little bit, explaining to you, and I'll show you in another stock where it's going to come from. Now, what you see here, this is quite interesting. We see it looping up, and then it loops down, and it's looping down. Look at looping downwards, and we have selling pressure. And the volume, this is the volume of AMC. If there's more selling pressure or there's more buying pressure. And we can see the green has a buying pressure and coming into AMC. And we have more buying pressure. It's jumping up and down. Quite cool. That makes me very, very bullish. I can see AMC holding up. Not saying we're in the we have hit the bottom yet. I'm being blunt. I don't think we hit the bottom yet. I think that we're going to trace down lower yet. And I don't want to say that. I don't want to think that, honestly. But reality is, it looks like it's going to go down lower. And why I think we should be seeing more buying pressure, because the lower we go, the more cheaper the stock is, and it makes me tempted to buy even more. And honestly, I'm buying even more. It's just that way. Now, this is the OBV, and the OBV is something else here. A lot of people are talking about this, and I'm like, I don't see it. I do not see it. And when I was sitting there making and going through, I was trying to get this up here to look at my chart, and it was going all over the place. And I'm like, I don't see this. What is everyone talking about this? What I had to go down here and make a mathematical equation on stock with the OBV. The OBV, sorry, if I'm like, blah, 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 the OBV. So what I'm seeing on this, it is very, very holding up high. So this is holding up high, and we see our stock going down. Again, the money flow too, I forgot about talking about that. The money flow has gotten down to the lowest part. So meaning that a lot of people that have, they're not buying, the money flow is basically talking about how there's not a lot of money going into the stock, but you go down to here, like I was just showing you, there's a lot of people that are buying into the stock. Quite crazy. Coincidence. People are buying into the stock, but the money flow, it's going into the stock, is not going in there. Interesting. But you can see the money flow down here. There's a lot of money flow. There's a lot of buying pressure. Why is it still going down? That to me, and you don't see my face here, sorry. That to me, I'm putting my shoulders up. Coincidence. Coincidence time. Coincidence. And so we'll go into the other chart here. And this is a daily chart too. And the Tesla indication showed a buy. We have a buy here candle. We had a buy here candle. I was hoping for, honestly, a nail buy candle, and that would be, we'd had to hit the $18.50. That would show that very much the bulls are in control. The bears are not. But we did not get that. That's the reason why I'm saying we're probably going to go in a downtrend still. We're going to be in the lower trends. And that said, this chart, the volume, just makes me really bullish. I see such a potential. Now, let's get into, are these candles, are these indications that the volume, the buying pressure coming in there is actually true? And I like to go back dates on stuff and see what, if this indications are true, if this mathematically equations are really actually accurate. This is Apple. Everyone knows Apple. And Apple is very much the biggest trade. You can see a lot of pressure comes down, had a buy candle, keeps on coming down. And you can see a lot of money going into Apple. That, to me, is this indication is really a very good indication. Now, you can see the money flow onto the chart has been not all the way low, but the money flow has been starting to pile up. I think Apple hasn't, they didn't really sorry, this wording. I don't think they had the nozzle dripping down slowly. I think AMC, the nozzle, and I'm sorry again, the nozzle is dripping down slowly, and the buying pressure in the background is going up. So eventually, we're going to see that nozzle starting to pick back up, and it's going to start, buying pressure is going to go into the market again. That is the reason why you see Apple having that buying pressures. Look at that. It's starting to build back up. It's building back up. And then it's like, look at, they have the nozzle fully going. And that tells me there's something in the background. The S&P 500, I have to go over this too. And again, it's a long video, and I appreciate that. We have in the Tesla, it's a buy, meaning it's the Tesla indication saying it's going to start coming back up. It's a strong buy right here. But I don't think so. I really don't think so. We're going to scroll down here. We're going to scroll, and we're going to scroll. And why I bring this up and why I'm saying this, what the 10 candle, the 9 candle, sorry, the 9 candle indication. And I love looking at the 9 candle indication, and we can see where the bottom's at. And I thought I had it in here. Gosh, now, I'm glad you guys are listening to me. It really makes me feel better. But the 9 candle was showing that we are going to go down lower. There is a support, and the support is not, and I can't find the 9 candle support here. We had a buy here, support, and it traced up, and I think it was coming down. It's been a while since it's been traced down, like really, and we're going to see a very correction on this part. So the 9 candle we have, and I think it's going to go down to the 400. And if it doesn't go down to 400, you're going to look at, if it keeps on going down, the tracement onto this is going to be just crazy. And why bring up the S&P 500? You're probably like, why? Who cares? The S&P 500 is what is the market's all doing. We need to see how the market is tracing back. It's getting lower lows. And the reason why we're seeing AMC going lower is because of the S&P 500. Should we be concerned on that? Yes, we should. But honestly, the reason why I'm bringing this up is a good thing, is because it's going to shrink their liquidation. They have stocks out there, and their valuation of the stocks are drying up. So Apple is going down. You see Netflix went down 20% on Friday. And I think that Netflix is going to probably go lower. They have probably stocks in Netflix. Netflix and all that stuff is going to be margin that they were using as collateral. Now, that said, we will see the market going down lower. The problem is we need to do is have AMC starting to go back up. If AMC can start having enough buying pressure when the S&P 500 is going down and everything else is going downwards, that will be margin calls, because that will be hard on to the shorts. Okay, that said, we have a still buy into the daily candle. And we go into the 30-minute candle. We have a buy, and it's a 83% buy. We're going an uptrend. But look at right down here. We can see it's starting to do a lower lows. It's going to hit that low, and it's going to start tracing back. We had a bull indication right here. We had a bear indication, so it's starting to squeeze right in here. But you can see into the forecast, it's starting to lower down. Sorry, my son is here, and he's always, they like to go over things. Now, that said, I can see us starting to dip around here. If we, okay, the 1430 is going to be our support. If we start breaking that, we have another support at, 17, the 17, yeah, I'm on the, and we have a support at the 1773. So why I say that is once we break this support right here at the 17, it's going to probably start dropping down a little bit more. Now, I had a previous video talking about, I think that we're going to see, and it was right here, I think we're going to see AMC drop down. We could drop it down to 13. And I was saying about Al from Boston. Al from Boston, no, we're not going to, he was saying about $5. I didn't see that happening. the $5 per share. But I did say 13 we could possibly see. Now 14.50 is another support we have. And if we do go down to the 14.50, that is another support. Okay, here is proof that basically AMC in the stock market it's pretty much corrupt. I'm getting into it, sorry, because I'm trying to get my kids, they come down here and they're trying to go over everything. And basically, there was a guy, back into 2010, he crashed the market. And he crashed the market going down. It was about, what was it, 20%? It was ridiculously crazy how much he crashed. Or no, it was 6%, sorry. 6% within an hour. He kept on crashing the market. He figured out how to make the market move. And he figured out how to manipulate the market. The FBI got into this and we're going over all this stuff about how he manipulated the market. They were so impressed by everything. He had no jail time. Get that. But he did have made he made $50 million on doing all this stuff. This is the video. You want to watch it. It's really interesting. It talks about how he crashed the market, how they investigated everything. I don't want to play it because it's 20 minutes long or 25 minutes long. It is quite interesting, and I think they are doing exactly the same manipulation. Basically, what I'm understanding is they use the limit calls, the limit orders in the money flow orders on watching. So this guy, he had a very big volume, millions of dollars, and he would take a order and he would put a limit order on shorting to make the market go down. He would put a huge amount of money into it, and then the market would watch it. And when these watchers were watching it, they would freak out and start buying shorts, shorting the market or selling their shares, more likely. So they would sell their shares and short the market. Why? It would not get basically called. He would basically cancel his limit order and start buying the shares to push it back up. Interesting. Now, there's other things too, but this is what I'm understanding so far. Definitely put a comment if you watched this, and definitely put a comment if you have any ideas how he did this. It was just one guy in a bedroom. He had a computer, and he just sat there, and this computer would do this automatically. And that's all he did, is automatically have this computer just running and manipulating the market. And the FBI, with the video, and there's other ones out there too, talking about how he would manipulate the market. And he basically did all this stuff on just one crash. Crazy, huh? So this is pretty much the hardcore proof the market has been not a fair play for a while. It has been manipulated for a while. You get what I'm saying. And definitely share this. Share my video. And definitely, if you like it, subscribe and thumbs up. Share it with other people, explaining how manipulated this market is. Now, I heard people saying, once it squeezes, I'm out of the market. And me, I'm not going to be out of the market. I love this market. Going into the market and finding new opportunities to invest, new opportunities to trade. So I'm not going to be out of the market. I definitely want to keep on trading and definitely keep on investing into the stock market. For other people, I do advise you, if you want to get out of the market, I recommend you just to put money into indexes and more areas that is not that risky, is what we're dealing with as right now, seeing your portfolio going up and down. That said, I peace out, and I appreciate you if you watch the whole video, and I appreciate everything.